What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Cauchemar, entitled Tenebrario. This is released on Nuclear War Now Productions. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of both Ottawa, Ontario, and Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very sleek, doomy style of traditional heavy metal. Think of stuff like early Judas Priest with a little bit of Trouble and some Pentagram thrown in there too. They came out with an EP back in 2010 called La Vierge Noire, which I thought was a really fun listen. It showcased a lot of potential and a lot of grit and traditional styles to be heard. Great vocals, great wordplay with the lyrics, great musicianship, very authentic sounding. And it seems as if this is another one of those bands that is a part of this newer wave of traditional heavy metal. I mean, bands like Blood Ceremony, Royal Thunder, Christian Mistress, bands that choose to maintain a more old school quality and vibe to their sound. And Cauchemar are definitely one of those bands that definitely do this music style justice. And if you haven't been up to date with the band, you may know the cookbook called Hellbent for Cooking. The vocalist of this band, Anik, created a cookbook, I want to say prior to all of this, very, very popular cookbook that had recipes from bands like Autopsy, Abigail, Diafago, Blasphemy, Midnight, Melichesh. The list is continuous, and of course that cookbook is very popular. But now we focus on the vocalist's main band, Cauchemar. This is their debut full-length entitled Tenebrario. It's 9 tracks, and it clocks in at around 37 minutes in length. And what I like about this album is the fact that it definitely does take its time to get you very well settled and well acquainted with what kind of music is going on. But in all honesty, this is some incredibly awesome music, and definitely full of potential to be had for this band's future releases. I really enjoy the guitar work that's being done on this album. Very smooth, very natural sounding. I love the emotion that's being played within the riffs. Nice melodies, heavy leads, nice solo work. It's definitely well implicated throughout the entire album. I mean, songs like Le Fou de Soleil and Salamandre, or Salamandre, excuse me, really showcase the beauty and the meticulousness that the guitar riffs definitely have. And it's definitely something that makes this album definitely worthwhile in listening to. And the bass tone has a very nice, warm quality to it. I really enjoy the way that it's played, very nicely mixed. It definitely suits the guitar work here very well. And it does have that old school vibe and mentality to it, the way the guitar and bass is played. It feels very natural, very earthy. I really enjoy the way they suit each other here, and I think it's awesome. Drum-wise, I really enjoy the drum pace of this record. It has a nice gallop to it. Definitely reminds me a lot of early Judas Priest and Pentagram. I definitely enjoy the way that the snare tone is. Great drum beats all the way throughout. Very traditional, very well played. I love the way everything is patterned out. When it's definitely slower or mid-paced, it definitely holds your attention all the way throughout, and I enjoy the drum style of this record. And vocal-wise, Anik is a charmer. I really enjoy her vocal style throughout this entire record. Mainly she sings in her native French language, and most of these songs are in the native French-Canadian language, so kind of hard to decipher what she's saying or what she's talking about, but the way she delivers her words and the way she sings, it's very awesome, very catchy, it gets stuck in your head, the way she delivers her vocals, and it's fantastic. Beautiful singing voice, very, very much hypnotizing in a way. I almost want to think of the girl who sings for the Devil's Blood. Her voice is definitely hypnotic, and that's the kind of vibe you pick up when you listen to Tenebrario. Her voice is very hypnotic and very powerful. I really enjoy her singing voice a lot. Going on to later tracks like L'Appel, Rites Lunaires, and even the title track, which is the closer of this album. Just some great vocal work to be heard on those tracks. Very, very awesome stuff. So overall, if you're into traditional heavy metal, if you are into the newer brand of traditional heavy metal, Cauchemar is definitely a band for you to be on the lookout for and definitely check out. This feels very natural. This feels very real, very down to earth and to the point. And there's going to be a lot of potential to be had here for this band's future, so I'm looking forward to what this band has to offer next. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Le Fève du Soleil, Salamandre, L'Appel, Rites Lunaires, Trois Mondes. And by the way, I apologize in advance if I happen to say any of these things wrong. I'm trying the best I can. Nobody pronounces anything right in these kind of reviews, but we all are trying our best. So I'm going to leave you some links in the description boxes where you can get a hold of this album, listen to it, to the Nuclear War Now Bandcamp where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, be your own judge. Also to the Nuclear War Now web store where you can purchase both the CD or the diehard, excuse me, not both, the CD, the regular LP, or the diehard LP with the patch, colored vinyl, and all that other good stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, the website is having a sale right now, so you probably want to pick these up for a really reasonable price. It's definitely worth it. So, again, the album is Tenebrario by Cauchemar. This is released on Nuclear War Now Productions. Give this band a listen, and I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Great debut, and I'm looking forward to better stuff from them in the future. So, support Cauchemar. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for joining my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.